Good afternoon, everyone, and a very, very warm welcome to especially the industrial design technology candidates who are going to appear for their competition for Indiaskills very, very soon. Industrial design technology is a new skill which is added, and it is considered as a future skill which will be in demand across the globe. So here we are providing you this workshop especially with the aim that you learn from Autodesk. Autodesk has been amazing partner. They have been supporting always, and they have also conducted a friendly competition where they were our supporting partner, and they have even sponsored for the competition. Now my turn to welcome Mr. Rohit Chandran from Autodesk. He's a very, very amazing personality, very humble, and he is working in Autodesk as education engagement specialist. He is responsible for promoting Fusion 360 by being guest speaker in premier engineering vocational institutes and design schools, including ITIs across the country. His premier engagement activities include taking technical hands-on sessions in Fusion 360, conducting FDPs, supporting design challenges, curriculum course integration support, and troubleshooting in Autodesk software. Mr. Chandran got hands-on experience as an application engineer in Autodesk Authorized Training Centre in South India and experience as system engineer or on working with additive and subtractive manufacturing machines working and assembly in an industry recognized startup. Also, he worked in an electronics firm in supporting an Android based robotic platform. So, wonderful experience if I talk about Rohit sir. And currently, he is Autodesk Certified Instructor, Fusion 360 Certified Associate and Certified User. So let's quickly welcome him here. Welcome, Rohit sir.
Thank you so
And
much,
we,
ma'am. Thank you. Thanks for
thank,
your kind mentioning.
thank you. And we also have Mr. Shubham SG with us. He is supporting this session, and he is a research analyst, expert at Autodesk. So correct me if I've made any mistake, because you guys have a huge experience and huge profile. So if I've missed something, please.
No worries, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Okay. So here, I'd like to hand over this session to Shubham sir, who can take over the session and continue with the workshop. Any questions, you can either send them to me in WhatsApp, or you can send your questions directly in the YouTube or via Vidyadan. So session is over to you, Rohit sir. Thank you.
So thank you so much. So good afternoon, one and all. So myself Rohit Chandran, and today I have my colleague Mr. Shubham, who is working as Fusion Catalyst. So let me start sharing my screen, and let's start today's session without wasting any minute. Give me just 1 second. Yeah. So good afternoon. Hope my screen is visible. Shubham, can you please confirm?
Yeah, your screen is visible.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. So good afternoon again. We are designers, problem solvers, students. So any notable names I can call you, because you are right now part of participating in industrial design technology, a category for the World Skills competition. So we are here to learn how your imagination can be taken to the next level using Autodesk tool, especially Fusion 360. So today's session, the main objective is to equip you all, I mean all the participants who are joining along with us, with that we are going to have a live interactive session in Fusion 360. So let's start. So that's me actually. So briefing already ma'am said, so I'm just skipping my profile. So yeah, so this will be the schedule for today's. As today we have started, and tomorrow also we have the continuing session. So this will be the agenda. The agenda we had prepared on the view that anyone who is entirely new to Fusion 360 or who is in the intermediate stage also, can cope up with the contents for this 2 days session. So that's the intention, that on that intention only we made the syllabus. So I will be starting with the access to Fusion, how you can access the Fusion, since it's a wonderful cloud software. So you should know how to get access to the software, since this is an interactive session. So we request all of you to work in parallel, ask any doubt in between, put your thoughts in the chat. So we'll be happy to help you. My colleague Mr. Shubham will be supporting you in the chat as well, right? So after getting access, we will be going directly to the UI, doing the hands-on with the starting from the sketching, how you can start a sketching from scratch and constraining. That's a big concept there inside sketching. Then 3D modeling, and that too with multiple modeling tools. Then after that, in the third slot, we will be giving you with more hands-on examples, that too with the extrude, revolve, sweep, and loft commands, and using multiple, that means combination of these tools. So we'll be making something today. So that's the main clear agenda today. So even though the schedule looks like this, session is actually like a live hands-on. We'll be creating some products. Okay. Then we will introduce you one more very interesting platform known as freeform modeling. So directly you can do some push and pull and do some edit forming, and you can get a direct model in your screen. So that's another wonderful design approach inside Fusion 360. And followed by, there will be a separate Q&A. So any questions that you have in your mind, even that is a big or small, or whatever that you have regarding your current existing project, whether it can be made with Fusion 360 or anything regarding IDT, please ask, please put in the chat. We'll be happy to support you. So this will be the today agenda. So that I explained for the day 1, and for the day 2, again we'll go for little more advanced compared to today. So we'll be going on for the assembly segment, then how we can do the rendering for your presentation during the competition as well, how we can do multiple types of rendering. Since this is a cloud software, we have many options that we can schedule the job to the cloud. So many options are there. Then again, how to depict the models in the form of drawings, I mean the technical drawings, and that too with more detail, and followed by Q&A. So one more surprise for today is that at the end of the day, that means around after 3:30, I will give you one problem statement, a very interesting problem statement, so that you can work on, and tomorrow you can show us your progress. So let's move forward. So just a very briefing, what is Fusion 360? So compared to other software in the industry, you may be thinking, what's so special about Fusion 360? You know many other software packages name. I'm not going to tell any names here, but I'm just focusing on what is Fusion 360 and how it's going to help you in your career, in your design process, or in any of your problems that you see in your daily life. I mean, industry related scenarios, how you can use this software to give a solution of your own kind, right? So it's a cloud-based CAD, CAM, and CAE, and again PCB. So it's an all-in-all software which includes the designing, the manufacturing part, then the analysis that goes for the CAE, then PCB, printed circuit board. You can do that. Then another one interesting thing is that we have an AI-powered platform known as generative design set. So all together, the software have the capability to switch from one workspace to another to solve your real problems. And let me tell you guys that this is not just entirely for designers or to the engineers. So we can call anyone who is having a problem inside your mind, I mean the technical scenarios where the solution is not found, and you want to depict the solution in the form of a digital model. If that is the case for you, then Fusion 360 is the answer or the solution that you can use to show your progress to the world, right? So it's actually an all-in-all package, and Fusion 360, since it's a combination of all these segments, CAD, CAM, CAE, PCB, generative design, and again data collaboration, many things we can do. So that's why it's a fused form of all those things. That's why the name Fusion 360, right? So the innovation and the pictures are actually done by students only. These are the student projects I'm done with the Fusion 360, and some projects are actually the award-winning Smart India Hackathon, then the design challenges conducted by the Autodesk. So you can see how other guys had used the software for the solution, because one image you can see in first row, this is actually a flying vehicle. This is actually a first competition winner design for the Smart India Hackathon for the last year. Then others are the Anna University Design Challenge, the first from College of Engineering Guindy, so and much more. So it's actually all are very complicated models. But seeing this for the first time, guys, please don't get confused. This is just the rendered image or the depiction of what's in the outside. inside much more details are there. So our focus is on industrial design technology alone. We are not going to divert more on the CAM, but I will give introduction to that. But our main focus is to focus on how you can start from scratch, how you can create your own model, and for the competition, if you are provided with a problem statement, how you can understand that, then how you can use our software to make that model into a creative outcome. So let's move forward. So again, why Fusion 360? So it's a coded in C, C++, and Python. So you can always have better decision making. It includes actually the cloud collaboration as well. That means I had put one block in the last. That means cloud social. You can even analyze your design through your tab or your Android phones. Fusion 360 app is there. But before that, you should know how you can start with, right? So that may be a question inside your mind. So just understand these are the capabilities of the software and much more, because the time limitations, I cannot say much more on what the software can do. So let's focus on our criteria, industrial design technology. And again, the decision making. So it's all our screenshots with how it's directly related to the industry. So actually a direct collaboration to the industry with our software tools. Yeah. And before going, I'll be showcasing our separate website that Autodesk has launched separately. So you know, WorldSkills, Indiaskills, all the stories you know. But inside Autodesk, especially those categories that we are focusing on, Autodesk tools, especially the software Fusion 360, we made a separate website for you guys, separately dedicated for all the participants and all the enthusiasts and all the problem solvers. So here you can see that industrial design technology, and I will put the link in chat. My colleague will be putting in the YouTube channel as well. I mean the YouTube chat. So here you can see industrial design technology. So once you click on that, you can get to know all the details starting from scratch. What is this actually industrial design technology? And going for the complex explanation of who are eligible, what is the associated workflow, what roles, occupation, and few resource files. So you can check the website in detail, the evaluation criteria that we follow, then the registration, how much registration so far we received. Okay, then the all the updates. I mean all the updates regarding even the today's content that we are having right now. Everything is updated. So please visit the website. You can get all the details, and we will keep on updating all the details regarding the IDT in the same website. I hope you received the link. Now let me move forward. So the first thing is how to get started. So I had explained what we are going to do with our software, but please understand, you should know how to get access to the software, and that too, you know that for education purpose, it's actually free of cost. We made the license free of cost, but under one clause that you have to verify yourself that you are a student or a faculty. Again, a small procedure is there. So I will just take you to very easy step to start from scratch. And also one more thing, what I am going to do is already I have some contents with me. It's actually a drive, OneDrive. Inside OneDrive, don't worry, I will share the access for this as well. It includes some data sets. So I'm just showing you what's inside that content that I'm about to share. So some files will be there, some images, so some spaceman suit, something very interesting that I will explain what it is later time. But understand, some files are there, some pictures, then some reference PDF. Okay, to keep you updated on this latest cutting edge technology. And one more guide that I like to show is step-by-step guide, how you can start from scratch. But don't worry, I'm going to show as live as well, how you can start from scratch. I mean the account creation process. This is the direct screenshot, step by step, but never mind, I will show. But the guide is also here. Then the syllabus that I had shown to you, that too I added for your kind reference. So it's there. So it's a OneDrive that I had sorted all those things. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in the chat. I will give you the access. Yeah. Second, I think already I put it here. So give me just 1 minute. Shubham, you are there, right?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I will copy paste, and once again I will send you. Please put in the live chat.
Sure.
Okay. So I hope you had received. Please confirm once you had received.
Yeah, I got the link.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Shubham. So the first thing is take any tab. Okay, take any tab and just go to autodesk.com/student. Direct hyperlink is there in the gate, but it's very easy to just type autodesk.com/student or education. Directly, it will be taking you to the direct web page. I mean, the education community, where you can start an account from the scratch. So it's an actually Autodesk education community. So our focus is on Fusion 360. Sorry,
Is it possible to shorten the all because the live chat on YouTube has a limit of 200 words or 200 characters?
yeah. So let me try that. Give me just 1 second. Let me stop share and share that once again. The big link, right? That's the problem, correct?
Yeah.
Share. Give me just 1 second. I'm just. Please hold on, guys. I'm just trying to limit the. I will keep this anyone with Autodesk copy link. Let me try once again. Can you please try that, Shubham?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Hope that will solve the case for the access to the contents that I'm going to share. So we are good to go, right? So please, Shubham, please alert me that if I am not in sync with the live video, please let me so I can stop. I will just make a pause. Yeah.
Mr. Abhishek Chavan is requesting to drop the link for the course.
Yeah. Sorry. Can you please come back?
Mr. Chavan is requesting to drop the link for the course.
Yeah, queries we will actually handle a little bit later. So please collect all the queries. We will come back to them. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. So fine. So the first thing is account creation process. So account creation. So just go for autodesk.com/students. Then you will jump on to this page. So what you can do there is go to sign in. And here, if you're having an account, you can directly type that Autodesk ID. And again, the mail. This is a small clarification that you need to understand in typing the mail. I mean, giving the mail ID to Autodesk. What mail ID? Which mail ID you have to give? So I'm going to just explain very briefly on the account creation, starting from entire scratch. Right. So here you can just go for create new account. Then here, you know that it's a global thing. So you have to clearly mention. Even though the options are very simple, if you see that it's very simple, but understand you have to spend little time on each option what you are going to update to Autodesk database. So please don't make any mistake. Just spend few seconds on what you are going to select. So I'm just selecting as a student role here. Then the institution type. So I can select the university post-secondary since the competition criteria is for the college level students. Please understand this education community is open to the school students as well. So just for your reference, if you have any younger kids in your home, they can also access. But our focus is on this option, university post-secondary. So make sure that you are selecting this option. And the date of birth, you can give your date of birth. I'm just giving one date of birth for time being. Okay. So next. So the first name, last name. Even though it's just a 5-minute process, like we'll be rushing to get the access. So we'll be directly trying to get the access instantly. So we'll be making some mistake. That's why I'm just showing you. So first name, last name, then the email ID. So email ID is something very critical. So if you have your college issued mail ID, whether you're from IIT or you're from the College of Engineering Pune or any institute which had already given you the official domain mail ID, please use that as the primary choice, right? Ending with .ac.in, that will be the primary choice. But if not, if you are not having that also, no worries. You can create one Gmail account or any public domain mail that you can do, then you can upload here. right? So for time purpose, what I did was I just created one Gmail account and just, sorry, my mistake. So I will just type MESC India Council. India Council at the rate. Yeah. So MESC India Council at the rate. Just a Gmail only. So you can give your mail ID. If you have official, please do that. So you can set your own password. So try to give a secure password. Click on I agree button to proceed. Go for the create account. So now a small verification required. So it's a very instant thing. So instantly check your mail. So it's there. So just a small verification step. Okay. So verify mail. Two options are here. Either you can copy paste in the near URL or just click on verify mail. So your account is verified. One good news. Now we can move forward. Click on done. So name of your educational institution. So this is also very important, that from which institute that you're from, that should be properly mentioned, right? So suppose if I type MIT, I can see lots of options. So I have to clearly type which college. So I'm just stating that I'm a student from MIT Institute of Design. So make sure what is your current institute, because this is a global database. We selected as India region, so all India Institute, design, engineering, everything will come in. So make sure that you are selecting your own institute. Why? Because the next time you have to mention that there's a document verification to show that you are from the campus. So I'm just creating one account stating that I'm from MIT Institute of Design. For you, it will be different. So it's a unique thing. Please focus on what institute you are in. Please give that. Even if you're from another university, some specific college, give that name specifically, as you know that your institute name is already in the list. And the next thing, enroll from and enroll to date. So that is simple. That means if you are currently pursuing a 4-year course, the month and year that you joined your campus. Suppose let's say August, you joined on, let's say on 2020, you joined the campus and you will be graduating in 4 years. 2024, you will be graduating. So this duration is very specific. It depends on your course. If you are doing dual degree, so maybe 5 years. Make sure that that duration is well maintained here. Month, you know that when you joined your campus, but the expected graduation date maybe not due. That's okay. So that you can assume that maybe in September or December. So this will not greatly affect, but these years should be specific. The year you joined as well as the month and the expected graduation date, it's okay. Click on next once everything is looking good. So your account is set, but that doesn't mean that it's completely done. Few more things are there. So once you click on to proceed, you can see that the community page is loading. So see here, we still need to confirm your eligibility for educational access, right? So the same step is applicable to the educators or faculty. If any faculties or educators are here, they can clearly mention that they are educator, not a student. But anyhow, the same option will be coming, that they have to verify that they are from the respective campus. It's a very small thing. What you can do is get started. So we are in the final stage, almost in the final stage of getting access to the software. So here it's a final template showing that whether all your details that you had furnished is correct or not. Still, if you want to update anything here, you can do that. You have the freedom, including your first name, last name, the email ID. If you want to update, option is there, as well as if you selected wrong choice of your institute, still you can override that. Everything that you see on this screen is subjected to override. Okay, so please focus on what you had mentioned. If everything is looking good, go for confirm. So right, so and again, you have to upload one document. So you have to upload one document to move forward. So I will take the reference of the, see, here one upload document option will be coming. So this is the document. So what document you have to upload? So that's a clear question. So the document, what you can upload is, 1 second. Step-by-step guide is already provided with all those respective screenshot. You can scroll over to see where you are right now. Okay, so the document. Here we are in the same stage right now. So what specifically we need to upload is that your institute issued ID card or your semester mark list or from your bona fide, a letter from college that Ms. Sushmita is a student pursuing a product design course in MIT Institute of Design from this year to this year. Just a small, with small wording you can get from the official letterhead from your college, from your design school, or from your institute. Just drag and drop here. Even if you have ID card, that will also work. So once you are done up to that, you can click on submit. But right now I'm not a student from this institute, so I cannot move further. So next, what I'm going to show to you is that how a verified account will look like, how a student verified account will look like. Then to the Fusion access, right? So this is up to the step for the entire beginners, where you have to upload your document correctly. But sometimes you have to upload the document, re-upload the document again. Some issues will be there. But never mind that more FAQs and support systems are there. So you can directly contact them. You can write on current issue that your document is not getting accepted. But anyhow, that if you are not getting accepted, you will get the message that whether you are good to go or having some issues. So it's a very supportive platform. And still further, if you have account issue, I will share my official ID as well. So you can contact us as well. Okay. So now let's move forward to check how a verified account looks like. So I'm just signing in the one student ID right now. So here this is a student account which is already verified, just to show you that how it should come, because all your account needs to be verified. That's the primary thing to access Fusion 360. Right. So it's loading. We are already at 231. So here you can see that it's already confirmed because this student account already being supplied with the right document. So that's why it's coming as confirmed. 1 second. And if your account is confirmed means that if your document, the document that you had uploaded is accepted, and you can get a license of 1 year. So if you had applied and you got verified today, and sharply to 2022, 1 year, you will have the license. And again, the next year, if you want to continue, re-upload the document. That's it. That's the only process. Very simple. Then beyond that, once you are verified, you can scroll down and you can see a big list of Autodesk softwares which is available with your education account. But we can go for Fusion 360 as this is our primary thing that we have to work on. Get products and access. This should be clicked from your account because access is very important. And this is actually the step I am explaining is the usual steps where individually you can access the software. But there is also one extra newer method from Autodesk community that if any educators are there, the educator in turn can activate 125 license. So that's a one go or one shot license. Directly it will go to 125 students. So due to time constraints, what I did is I had uploaded that document in the drive. So you can take a look at that. For students, this will work. But for faculties, if you want to assign a multiple license to your students, that means individual students don't need to verify. Only the faculty needs to verify. Small changes there. That means the educator have to be mentioned. Then further, the educator have the access to grant license to his 125 students. So if he is selecting Fusion, Fusion can be given to 125 students, provided the student don't need to verify themselves. Only the faculty needs to verify. So this is the quickest method to get the license. But if you want to go for the individual, if you are working as an individual student from your campus, both will work. Okay, further queries, we are open to queries. Right now, just try to do it right now. Any doubt, you can put your thoughts. We'll be happy to support you as well. Fine then. So once you reached up to this stage, you will get the client downloader, right? Whether you are coming through the educator method or individual method, you will get the downloader file. Yeah.
Facing some issue with the YouTube chat. Whatever link I upload, it's not being reflected.
Okay, so please wait a little. Maybe some net issues. Yeah.
The rest of the text is reflecting on the chat box, but not the links.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, please wait for a little more time. If not, please alert me. I will. We can inform the team, right? Yeah. Few minutes. Please wait. If it is not working. Okay, Shubham.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So yeah. So just click on the Fusion, and once you have double clicked on the Fusion, it will be self-extracting up to 1 GB. Software size is just 1 GB. So it's too smaller size. Why you may be wondering why it's too smaller size? Because it's actually a cloud software. And initially, what you are seeing on my screen, it's not the same thing that you can expect. Once you got the software, provided you are having internet, it will self-extract up to full version. First thing, you have to sign it, because just your Autodesk ID and the password. Then you have to create something known as Fusion Teams. One option will be asking you to give a name. One blank page will be coming. Just type a name. I will explain what is that. So just give a name for time being. So that's actually something known as Fusion Teams. Okay, only for the first time users. If you are already having Autodesk ID with you, then directly you can sign in. But if you're using Fusion for the first time, that you cannot browse that unless you fill that. So just give your name or any name. Later we can modify that. Once you're done up to that step, and you can see that on top, education license written. It will be written there since you're verified. But for me, it's actually the commercial account, so that's why nothing coming as education license. But for all students, it will be definitely coming as education license. Right then. So now we had reached up to the software UI, the default screen of everyone. That once you had completed the Fusion Teams information filling, it will be directly moving or showcasing you this page. I mean this UI. This is the UI. So let's explain on the basic part of the UI and let's move forward. Okay. So this is the UI. Basically, this is the UI, and the blank space you can see here. Now it's white, but let's say that the UI is very user friendly. You can modify anything that you see on your screen. I mean, your Fusion account. And by the way, your account details, once you're signed in, you can get all your data on top right corner. So never mind, I had added a small DP here. You can also do that. Okay. So talking about the features inside this UI. So I will explain the nomenclature. This white space is clearly known as canvas. Then on the left corner, you can see the browser where the origin, everything is there. Origin, right? Then this is option. This is the option actually to switch the workspace. By default, you will be landing in the design workspace. I mean computer aided designing. So CAD. This goes for the CAD. But if you want to switch, just one click, the UI will be changing. So that's the process. So we are right now going to explain more on the design workspace, which is the default one. And also, please understand there are some color codes here. Very easy to understand. Don't need to by heart anything here, because this may be the simplest software that you can understand maybe in few hours. So I will take you to the quickest approach that you can understand most of the tools, and we will enable you to apply that knowledge to your live models as well. So let's move forward. The canvas, the browser, where it will be coming as a tree, sub options will be there. And in the bottom side, it's known as timeline. Okay, right now it's blank, nothing is there. Shortly, it will be filled with some options. And definitely you need a 3-button mouse, which have individual left, right, middle, and scroll functions. So all these are applicable inside Fusion 360. And primary selection can be the left click, but you can change the mouse settings as well. So everything that you have is user friendly. You can change. Okay. So a cube is there on top right corner. So a cube is there, and each face, 6 faces, is designated with the individual name, front, top, side, like that. So I can click on each view and I can hover to that view directly using my left mouse button. I can scroll in and scroll out to zoom in and zoom out. Never mind, nothing is there, but small change is there once I click on zoom in and zoom out. Right? Then hold down your middle mouse button to pan. So very simple. If you want to make any primary selection, left click is your choice. Then if you want to move something, pan is the option. Scroll in and scroll out, zoom in and zoom out. Again, there is one extra option for you guys. It's known as marking menu by just right clicking. That's it. So we have some advanced people, some intermediate also there. So I'm not going to too much on scratch. Meanwhile, we will share the contents. So just to have a heads up to those who are new to understand quickly that this is how the software is working. Right. So the canvas, the view cube, the origin plane, and again the axes are color coded with the RGB, red, green, blue, in accordance with this same axis. So it's very easy to understand which axis, which plane that you are in right now. Okay. Now we have something known as create, modify, all those things. But again, lots of minute options are here. Maybe confusing to you. So I will tell you the quickest approach that start from left to right. Left to right as you read a newspaper or any book or anything that you like. Some creating options are there where the sketch is also mentioned. And the modification options where you can modify the created steps. Then there is an assembly option to assemble those things which are created and modified. And few more extra support options. I will explain in detail. I don't want you to confuse you. So we are going to start a sketch right now. Okay, a sketch, we will make a 3D model out of that, and that will be different 3D model option. And I told you about some color thing, color code, right? So here the color is actually on blue. And if I click on this surface option, I can see it's orange guys are coming. And when I click on this mesh, some other shade is coming. But they have some unique shade, right? Solid is all are blue. So just understand these are the tools for doing your solid modeling, which have some definite thickness. Surface means no thickness, but you can have the same, similar, not the same, similar, create option, modify option, something extra will be there, as these are for the surface modeling. Then sheet metals are there. So all these are actually interrelated. Whatever you do with surface, it can be made into thicken to make it a solid body. So it's actually like a communication is to and fro. So it's not a separate thing. Just one type of modeling and another type of modeling, and together we can collaborate and we can create an assembly. So that's the story that you can understand from here. So never think that one is a different other concept and there is no relation to that of surface and solid. Everything is interrelated. Why I explain this is that in the industrial IDT problem statement, sometimes you have to use both the solid as well as the surface should be thickened, made to thicken to create the solid geometry. So both you have to understand. Sometimes sheet metal parts needs to be used. Okay, just that you can understand it. Okay. Now, before going for the sketch, one more interesting tool is that I told you this is the cloud software. Okay, before going, let me ask Shubham that everything is fine, or can I move, or what's the status of the YouTube time?
So basically, YouTube does not allow the viewers to post a link on the chat box or any special characters. So that's the issue. So can you like make a file in the drive itself with all the links?
Means I didn't understand. Can you please come back? Which drive you are saying about?
The My Share drive.
Okay. So already I shared the link to you, no?
Yeah, but I'm not able to post it on the live chat.
Okay, let me stop share here. So we don't have much time to waste. So Give me just 1 second. I'll share the. Please be in touch with the team. So as of now, no queries, right? So because they cannot access the chat, correct? That's the current issue. So maybe we can alert them. So just 1 second. I'm sharing the contact to you separately, so you can contact them and let them know that this is the case. Please.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I had messaged you in the chat. Shubham, please check it.
Yeah, sure.
So don't worry, guys, that if you cannot put the thoughts, we have a dedicated time. So we'll be coming back to you only. So don't think that we are too fast. We have time for you, right? So we'll make sure that all your queries are clear. Further, we'll share our mail ID to be in touch with us. Okay, let's move forward as per the agenda. So just explain the UI. Now, it's a cloud software. So something should be there to store the data, right? And how to access, and some sharing option should be there, correct? So this is nothing but data panel. On top left corner, you can see data panel, a small 3x3 matrix, right? Just click on that and you can see a floating box coming from left to right of your screen. So once I scroll down, I can see lots of projects, like folder like thing, but it's actually known as projects. So I will explain what this is in another few minutes, so you can also start over with this. On top left corner, again you can see something known as team account. If you clearly remember that this is the name that you had given initially to set up Fusion 360. So that's why I had mentioned to you that either you can give your name, or if you have some fancy names, as you maybe some you have some crazy names or something, anything you can give here. That will come to your account only. On top left corner, it will come as your team account. Okay. Now, by default, everyone will have a Fusion team for all the accounts, and the name will be showcasing on top left corner. Very easy concept. Right now, what I'm going to tell you is how you can enable a new project and how you can share the access to your colleagues. Right. So there is an option known as new project. Just go there and just type a title for your project. For example, IDT Fusion models. This is actually your project name. But for initial users, you don't have this much list that I am having. But very simple concept. Just whatever project that you are typing, it will be listed in the alphabetic sorting. So just pinning it, since this is my usual account, so I have multiple projects inside my cloud. So I want to just pin it irrespective of the alphabetic order. So there is a small pin and unpin option there, right? So this is it. Just now created project. Right now nothing is there. So we have basically how many tabs? 1, 2, 3, 4, and some gear symbol and a globe symbol. So in just 2 minutes I can explain this because very interesting concept. Data means whatever data that you are going to upload will come inside this data content. So how to start with? Upload. You can select file from your desktop and just uploading one file from my desktop. So before uploading, let me tell you that Fusion 360 acts as a tool which acts as a bridge between other softwares as well. That means if you have a non-native Fusion file with you, still you can open in your Fusion 360, and automatically the type of the extension of the that file will be automatically notified by Fusion 360. If it is a step file or IGS file or IGS or any STL file, it will be automatically notified by the software. But right now, this is a native file. F3D stands for Fusion 3D. Size, everything will be coming. I'm just uploading for your showcasing purpose. So we are just uploading to the current project. While uploading, you are not supposed to keep that window open. Once you had scheduled the job to the cloud, you can do any other parallel activity. You don't need to wait that until that cloud activity and the uploading process to complete. So right now I have a small file, but not, I didn't complete the explanation. There's a people tab. If you want to invite anyone, just type their mail ID, click on invite. You can invite them. Very simple process. Just type the Autodesk mail ID clearly. Okay. Which account you had used to activate your Autodesk account, that can be typed here. Click on invite, and provided the person will be coming as your team member. And if you want to have subfolders, this is the option. And I will show you how one already active project is looking like. So this is one active project. So some extra subfolders are there, and I had invited multiple people. Just type their mail ID, click on invite. That's it. Nothing else. Similarly, you can do. Why I mentioned this is that you can create your own project right now, and you can start saving to that specific project. So that will be acting as your code. So don't need to save to your system. Whatever you are doing primarily goes to the cloud. It saves a huge space from your system. So that's why you can start over with the Fusion teams. I mean the cloud. You can start creating a new project and put all the things. Okay, we'll come to the contents right now. So this is about a quick explanation for the data collaboration part. It's not yet done because I had explained that sharing with the people. Just type their mail ID and click on invite. Automatically, there will be an auto invitation coming from your side to your invited members' mail ID. And the person have to just switch the account from top here. The switching option is there. So what I'm explaining here, I have a detailed guide. Okay, so because all the options, there's a small story behind all those things. So if I go on explaining, it's actually boring. So that's why in the shared drive that I had shared with you, what is Fusion teams? How you can start over? A detailed guide is there. So once you get the access, you can understand how quickly you can access all those things. But for starting, this will do. Create a new project. If you want to upload, you can do that. Or anything that you do here, you can click on this floppy disk symbol to save it to your respective project. So that's how it works. Now, let's start with the sketching. Small sketching. I will explain how to start a sketching. So where does the sketching come? It goes to the create sketch. So any plane I can select. I can select this plane. So that means XY plane is an axis pointing towards me. So this time, all the tools are 2D. Right? All the tools are 2D because we are in the 2D environment. So let's say, let me take one circle. And circle, I have more options. So many options are there. So I will just take one center rectangle. Click on escape. So I had activated a circle. Okay. Now the thing is that the circle is about to increase. That means shrink, and you can shrink it or you can scale it. Right? You can increase or decrease the size because I hadn't specified any dimension. That's why it's coming as blue. Now let me take some lines here. That too coming as same thing. But before clicking on the endpoints, there are some values, right? Some recurring values are there. So let me give some values there. 100 or 90, tab 180. So I can have the specific value as well. Either I can play with the tools or else I can go more specific. I can constrain it specifically. That's the meaning. So simply what I meant is a rectangle. I can skip the dimension so that the rectangle will come like this. But if you want to give the dimension, there is a dimension tool. Okay, so like this, numerous options are there in Fusion. So what is the best method? You can get the tools instantly and do the job and finish it. So if you want a line, there is a shortcut L command. If you want a circle, C. But again, other type of circles are there. how you can easily call all the commands, whatever commands, whether in sketch or design or manufacturing, in one go. For that, we have a shortcut method to you. Just type S in your keyboard. S, shortcuts. S, capital or small, not case sensitive. Then type the thing you want. Say line. So you will get the line command. That's it. Again type S. Anywhere. Type S and type rectangle. So you will get whatever command starting with the rectangle. That name, the phrase will become here. So this is the easiest method. Instead of directly going from create to the modify to this option, type S and get the command you want. But that's not the big thing. We have two more things to understand here. So rectangle again. I have to dimension this. So type S, you can either type dimension here or simply type D. S is the thing that you can remember always. Next, I'm just giving some dimensional constraints so that it won't grow or shrink, because it's 200 by 200. Clearly that's a square. But I have more intention. I have to fix it. I have to fix this guy. So either I can use the dimensional constraint by typing S dimension or just type D to activate the tool. You can set a value so that it's 100 mm away from the y-axis. Same thing you can do here as well. So it's actually constrained. So all other guys are blue, this is black. This is one type of constraining. Give the dimension with respect to other, block it, all the degrees of freedom. So it turned into black. Similarly, I have one more choice. Again, I am simply deleting the constraints. Deleting means click on any entity you want. There are some symbols also. I will come to that. Right now, once you create anything, you can skip the dimension. And later you can give the dimension. Or you can give the dimension in starting and you can proceed. I'm audible, no, Shubham?
Yes, sir.
Shubham, can you please confirm whether my audio is clear?
Yeah, your audio is very clear.
Hello?
Hello.
I cannot hear you, Shubham.
Am I audible?
1 second. Can you put in chat if I cannot hear you, Shubham?
Am I audible now?
Okay, thanks. Okay, so if you draw something, you can constrain that. Constraint means limit the degrees of freedom, and that you using the dimensions, or again, new thing is there, something known as geometrical constraint. So once I open the door to you that these are the other options, quickly you can understand. But these are new set of tools to you, something known as some with symbols are there. It's a type of constraining tool. So few tools I will show, then we will move forward with the live example. Correct? So here I am just deleting all those things. So I am just dragging on, selecting inside my window and just deleting. Clicking on delete key in your keyboard or right click delete from the marking menu. Many user-friendly options are there. So just understand this is a software which have multiple features. Whichever you are feeling okay, you can do that. With a combination of one tool or just using the shortcuts, which is what you feel right, you can use it and you can complete your designing. So I'm just selecting here. Either I can do right click delete. It will be deleted. Or modify. You can check the available options that you want to make it trimming, extra things are there. Okay, I'm not touching all. What is too relevant, I'm just touching, and because we have more things on the way. Right. So here also just keep dimensioning. Then I told you that it got constrained, but one more thing I have to do is I have to make it geometrically related. So there is one option known as coincident. So I can click here and I can click this point. so that it will be automatically, that point to point will be merging. So it will be clearly coincident. Similarly, if you have a circle of, let's say, 200, then I have a line. Then I can tangent. I can use the tangent constraint. So basically, it means that to establish a geometrical relation between two entities, two sketch entities. So I can constrain that. Constraint means from there onwards, if I try to move, it's constrained to that path. But here it's black. That means it have all the geometrical definitions as well as the dimensional definitions. So that's why the sketch is black. Otherwise, it will be blue. Blue means free to move. It's not fully constrained. Maybe partially constrained or completely having full freedom of movement. So that's the concept for constraining. Okay. So right now, what I can do is I can click on Finish Sketch. So I have two things with me. One are the blue category guys and the black thing. So this is the black part. I mean, it's a constraint. So it's not free to move. Blue, free to move. I can do like this. I can, if the circle is also not having the dimension, I can even make it bigger or smaller. But I had given a dimension for the circle. Right. Now what we are going to do is we are going for the 3D modeling. Yeah. So one command I will show directly. From the next command onwards, we can go for with some examples. So this I am just creating. I'm just showing that how we can use this rectangular sketch to make it 3D. But before that, even if you are new to CAD, please understand extrude, revolve, loft, and seal. These four options will be default in all the CAD softwares. Okay. So, but the name will be different, like Subtractive Blend or some names, push pull, press pull, but the concept remains same. But the good news is that inside Fusion, we have few more extra options to help you. So one is the extrude. Extrude. This is the extrude. Directly type the value either in up direction or to the down direction. Plus and minus. Okay. Then if you want to have a small tapering, so in other softwares it may have an extra option as draft, but here we have that direct option with us. So you can give the minus angle or plus angle. Based on that, you can get the thing. Okay. And again, you can explore whether you want to go with the two sides extrude or one side extrude, because based on the application, just knowing what is the tool won't help you always. Okay. So my suggestion is, once you learn one tool, in your next attempt or in your next designing time, try to explore few more extra sub options. Even that is giving you wrong result, never mind. Something we will learn, right? Or else we will explore on other learning area that how to use that tool specifically. But don't limit to limited options. Okay, that means whatever you know, the knowledge may be limited. So try to accompany other sub options. Why I'm telling you is that the IDT category also time constraints are there. So if your friend can complete a similar design in another 1.5 hours, but you are taking more time, that means if there is some choice in the tools as well, some optimized tool process or approach you can select so that you can finish on time. So make sure that you have good exposure to the tools. I'm not telling that for the competition you have to grasp the 100% of the tool. Nothing like that. Whatever you know is good. Anyway, that's a good thing. But try to add more things. Always have an attitude to add more and more tool knowledge. That will surely help you in the competition. Right? So just now I had done a small extrude. What is extrude anyway? So just move your mouse over the top. Don't click it. Hover your mouse. We can see that what is extrude. It adds depth to your profile, sketched profile clearly. And if you want to call the extrude guy again, type S and type extrude. Extrude. So you will have extrude. But I told you there is a small color thing also there. Blue goes for the solid. This orange goes for the surface. And purple is something else. Something known as freeform modeling that we will explain today. But right now, if you are seeing a blue extrude, that means that is for the solid modeling. Okay. once you understood the basic thing, it's easy for you. Only thing is that you have to understand what does this blue thing highlight. Okay, because if you are here in the surface, there also extrude is there, but that is just the surface extrude, no thickness. Okay, extrude may be boring to you because there is no that much interesting picture, right? So to create some interest, we can do some extra features in modify commands. So the first options are fillet. I mean the principle is there, so I'm selecting fillet because fillet is a user-friendly option, and we can see in our daily life anywhere we can see fillets. So you can do like this, adding a radius, or we are just removing the sharpness. That's the meaning. So everywhere you can find as a if you are a designer or if you want to design anything, you will automatically give this fillet because if you want to 3D print that thing, if it is too sharp, it will hurt you. So always better to have a small radius to round off that sharpness. So that goes for the fillet. Fillet. Just give that radius value. Clearly, it's a radius value. You can click on OK. Again, you can type fillet. You will get the thing. So accessing the command is easy. Only thing is that I say that just the imagination. If you think that I done up to this, now I want to have some. I want to remove the corners. So it's something known as fillet. I don't know where the fillet is. Type S and get the command. Here it is. So I found the fillet. I tried here. When I given a small value, it worked. Okay. So just mentioned to you. So what approach you want? Either you can understand what's the concept, or you can just try to imagine or try to create something that you have in your real life, either a laptop or a computer mouse. Then you will be struggling to get the exact command to replicate digitally. There the learning will happen surely, which will take you to higher level. Fine. So just a fillet I had shown. Similarly, many options are there. Okay, but we have few more other extra options waiting. So let's conclude the extrude for right now. Anyway, we'll be using again. Find that. So this is extrude. Add the depth and thickness, and you can have the change for that appearance using fillet. Just a fillet only I had shown. And if you know what is chamfer, that's also a good thing. Chamfer means this is chamfer, a small ramp or a bevel-like appearance. That's the thing goes for the chamfer. Clearly, it's actually, if you extrapolate here, a right angle triangle, hypotenuse is coming. That's the meaning. So that's a mathematical meaning. But understand that if you want to create this appearance, the bevel edge appearance, chamfer is option for you. Okay, that explain the extrude, very basic of the extrude, which will add the third dimension. Now coming to the revolve and other commands. Right? So the revolve. So revolve, I'm not going to tell you with just a one sketch. I like to show that we are going to design a product right now, because industrial design technology is about the problem solving. It's not just creating something like this and submitting. So you should know something more professional way, what the industrial designers are using. Okay. So what I am going to do is, Shubham, can I know that the link is accessible to all the entities, or still having concerns?
Yeah, no, it's accessible now.
Okay, great. Okay, thanks for the update. Fine. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a new tab or a new design file. Just click on this plus button. So again, it's an easy thing for you, since many of us are using the Chrome or Microsoft Edge. So it's a plus thing is there for the new tab. Same options goes here. So that goes for an untitled new design page. Here, what I'm going to do to explain revolve, I'm going to attach an image. What image? Right. So what image? That's a question. So what you can do is you can open the shared data sets that I have shared with you. There is an image of a chess pawn, or just type chess pawn and save it. Right. I will just copy to my desktop, because the purpose of this session is not just showing you the basics. Correct. So we have to think on something more on the competition side. Okay. So what you can do is either take your Google or a tab or just your search engine and type a just font. You know this what this is. We are going to replicate this digitally with reference to this image. I'm just giving you one image. If you have other image, you can directly download it. That's up to you. But I have this image, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach that as a canvas. How I can attach here? That's another question. So the answer is the insert option. So up to here, the story goes like create, modify, and you can assemble that. Right now we don't know assembly, but we know that it can be assembled. And extra options are here. This I will come to this very shortly. But right now we are in the insert. We want to insert the image. Insert canvas. So I am just inserting from my system. Just spawn same image that I had shared with you. I am just allocating one plane here, controlling the opacity. Okay. Okay. So more image enhancement options are there, whether you want to flip it or you want to control the transparency, upside down flipping, left to right, many things are there. But as of now, understand, insert canvas. Insert canvas, select the image from where you want to select, then select the plane. Okay. So why I did this? That's a question. Why I want to do this? Okay. So because I want to sketch the path. I want to clearly the profile, not the path, profile of this one. I want to create a 3D model of this just on the reference to the image. That's my purpose. Correct. So just place an image. I'm not wondering about what is the dimension of this. This is just to give a heads up that how we can use the revolve tool or any 3D modeling tool to have a reference image and how we can create a 3D out of that reference geometry. So this is your sketch, your image right now. Let me select the respective plane, go to the sketch where you have this tool known as spline. Okay. Just zoom it and don't be hesitant to zoom. Don't be lazy, guys. So just zoom it wherever you want more perfection. Spend some time. Okay, right now this is not that much curvy. But it's okay. I'm just telling you, if you want to clearly focus on the exact thing, just zoom and do. This is for explanation. So I'm just quickly wrapping it up. This is like a freehand sketching tool. Digital version of freehand sketching. I'm going to sketch only just one half. See, I'm just taking the command from the marking menu. Right click the marking menu. 1 second. Create. Here the spline is there. Midpoint spline. I done like this. Now I want to continue again with the same command. Just one right click. The last active command will be coming in the 12 o'clock position on to the top. Yeah, I can modify as much I want, or if I think this is not okay, delete that, then start over once again. Initially, it is better to have some patience. Later, you will be fast. Okay, I'm just clicking here and just creating the division. So I just traced somewhat and not clear, but some profiles, you know that you have to do this. Do like this for minute adjustment to make it more curvy, because you may be more perfectionist. So because it's always better to focus on the exact thing, that then you can get the error-free outcome. Okay, to due to time constraints, I'm just doing up to this. I sketched a half profile, clearly half profile. Finish sketch. Again, I want to keep it 3D. I cannot use extrude because I cannot get the adjust point. Type S and say revolve. Revolve. Select the profile. Understand the terms. Profile, then the axis. Done. So we got our 3D model with the reference to the 2D image. So this is how you can be more professional. Instead of creating one sketch and doing, anyway, you can do that. You know how to give the dimension. You know, up to that there are some constraint option, you can do that. But if you have an image, or if you want to create a mobile stand, you have a reference. You want to take measurement from your exact iPhone. Take a photo, place it like a canvas image, orthographic view, front, top, side. Then try to replicate using the sketching tools and make it 3D. More easy and more correct, right? That's it. So that goes for this insert canvas option. And you can hide the canvas. So you can see the geometry. You can hide everything. So this is revolve. But again, if you want to edit that, don't need to delete and do once again. I told you that everything will be recording. So people are watching you. See, it's recording. It's actually known as another type of modeling known as parametric modeling. That's why whatever things you do, software is actually recording in a systematic manner, one after another. For example, if I click on here, double click on here, or right click edit feature, it will take you to the editing option where I can limit, I can have extra options. Whether I want 360 or just 90 or any specific angle, I can type it here. So this is actually basically an editing. Quick editing, go to the timeline. Go to the timeline. This is your timeline. There's a play button. And whatever you want, just make 2 left clicks. You can edit the respective feature. So this type of modeling approach is known as parametric modeling. That means parameters will be passed from parent to child. For example, if I modify this sketch, some change I made, automatically the change got affected to the child feature. This is how parent-child relationship works. Okay. So another type of approach known as direct modeling that I will tell you. But understand, by default, Fusion 360 solid modeling environment works with parametric modeling technique. So that's very easy thing to you. So we recommend you don't need to switch off this, because during your competition time also, sometimes you have to come back and you have to edit that. Since there's a direct relation between the sketch and the feature and all those things, you can easily play with this timeline and you can complete your editing. Otherwise, sometimes you have to start from the middle. It will take much of your time. Okay, fine. So this goes for the reward. So more good things are yet to come. So let me show you how to save this reward. Where I saved here, Additive Fusion models. I think here I already, whatever is currently active, there only it will be saved. So I can change that. Either I can right click and I can move, copy, delete, many things I can do. That I'm leaving up to you. Just understand where you want to save, you can save. It's the user's choice. This is reward. Now, 2 more other very interesting tools are there. So let's jump to that. So I had done with this reward, so I can close this. Okay, so never mind, there will be a practice session. So at that time, we will be applying the same tool knowledge. So that's your time actually. So I will pause. So you can ask questions. So I'll be happy to help you. It's not just like a one-way session. Please don't think like that. I will give you the inputs, highlights on what this is, what it can do, what is the limit. There is no limits actually. What you can do with this, right? Then a practice, a small problem statement, a small activity. How you can add and show up your skills with what we learned today. That's the purpose of today's agenda, right? Okay, so we have up to this. Now the new tab again. Let's create something. Okay, so let's create a new sketch here. Then I'm using a spline to create a pattern, a curvy pattern like this. Done. Okay, so I had done up to this. The next thing is I'm going to select here. Then I'm going to select, I'm going to create a next sketch. Okay, so this time I'm going to select a circle, center diameter, and I want to touch the center to the beginning point of that curve. So I automatically got like this. But never mind, if in the case it is not touching, you know that there is a constraint known as coincident. That one point to the end, the starting point of the spline, you can easily stick it, so it will be sticking together. Right. So right now it's automatically got snapped because snapping is the word. Auto snap is there inside Fusion. So I did like this, but no dimensions were given. So I can play with this like this. Can increase or decrease the curvature. Now my next thing is, let me hide the object. Something like a 3D sketch. In 2 planes, I have 2 sketches. So how I can make it 3D? I want a pipe actually. This is my profile and this is my path. Right? I want to make it 3D. So the answer is sweep. So path. So you'll get this. Okay. And you can control the travel also. This is very simple. One profile and one path. If you are using a broomstick to clean your home, or else if you are going to sweep a broomstick on a a beach or like a sand cluster is there, sand is there, and you are going to create a pattern with the broomstick. So imagine that wavy pattern that you are going to create will be the path, right? And the profile of your broomstick end will be the textile profile. So just imagine whatever 3D thing is actually all about imagination. So if you understand it's in 3D manner, anytime if someone asks you what is this seam, you can understand. Where this thought will help you is that in that if you are designing something and you have some unique feature and you know that some concept is there inside the software. I mean Fusion. I'm talking about Fusion. So, but you have some confusion. Anyway, this is the right tool. So what you can do is just try it. Okay, try with the other option or a combination of sweep and revolve or sweep and extrude. It can get you the result. Or explore more about the revolve. I'm not done with the sweep actually. So a few more things I like to show you. I selected the profile and the path. Once again, I can show. Profile, path. Now there are other options. Twist angle, taper angle. So if I change that to let's say 5, here the profile may be clashing. So what I can do is I can delete the last. Sometimes the sketch will be automatically turned off. Just turn off the sketch. Okay, I'm just editing this circle. I don't want a circle. I can simply replace the profile because it's parametric only. That's the reason. So understand small theory behind the working of the software as well. It will surely help you. It's parametric modeling, so I was able to replace that circle into a rectangle. Now again, I am going to repeat the sweep and the path. If you make it wrong, no worries that you can click on this into and you can reselect. So I got a separate profile. And this is not the thing I want. I want some tapering. So I can give that taper angle. So what's the problem? See, taper angle I can give. But some limitations will be there. You cannot expect that the software can show all the outcomes. It's a software. Whatever that you are giving as inputs is taken as numbers. So some limitations will be there. It's actually a program, right? So you can give some taper angle, twist angle. Twist angle 5 is too much. That's also, yeah. The small twisting, 1 degree twisting is there. Let me try with 2. It's 1 degree twisting and it's not in a uniform cross section. It's in a varying cross section. Okay. So one more modified tool I will show for sweep before proceeding. It's known as shell because you have to design a product which has some cavity inside. It should not always be filled, right? Something we have to put it inside, correct? 1 second. Sometimes you will see that software is not responding. Never mind. Please wait a little time. because net issues or some values that you had given may be clashing with the existing values. So at this time, I want to utilize that. Shubham, do you have any? Do we have any questions? Any questions? Please let me know. Let me stop share and share.
Okay, so this is Pooja, and I'm back. And so I've got few questions
Ma'am,
from
you're
my.
speaking, right? Sorry, ma'am. I don't know why I'm not hearing that. Okay.
Am I
So let
audible?
me-
Am I audible?
I cannot hear you, ma'am.
Oh, you are audible.
I hope my audio is well and clear.
I'll check and
My voice is
get
clear,
back.
okay? But I cannot. I'm audible, right? Okay, fine. So I'm not wasting time. So let me.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a cloud software. Just understand that we may be playing with the tools initially. So at that time, some values will be clashing. Software may show some error reports, but no problem that you can wait for a little time. But due to time constraints, I'm just taking one more instance of Fusion because something very interesting tool is on the way. Because we had reached up to sweep only. Then loft is something another different thing, and we will create some complex pattern with loft as well, and a small activity which we will use this tool knowledge. Give me just 2 minutes. Sharing quickly. Yeah, so I'm back. See, this is too in a steep manner, so I can change this. I can restrict the travel, and I can hide the sketch. Then again, I can try creating the shell. I want a cavity here and another cavity here. Yeah, sometimes wrong selection may happen. So zoom it and you can select. Okay, we will come back with the shell because this profile may be creating some. Yeah, let's try it. So see here, before closing, if you come across something like this, don't instantly close it. Cannot offset selected faces. Adjust the offset value, thickness value of selection set. Somehow the selection went to the wrong manner. That's your understanding. Don't think that you are doing the wrong thing always. Maybe a small change can give you the right result. Correct? Because what I did for this model is I had changed the taper angle to some higher value. So that may be the reason. So it can be many because it's design thing. So some values that we had given, we think that it's clear, but for the software side, it may clash between one to other, some intersection. Many things will happen. So I just remove the value, I mean the taper, and just giving one thickness. Maybe the dimension may be too small. Okay, so shell, never mind that. Just understand up to the sweep. So we are going to do a shell with a separate model because we hadn't checked the clear dimensions. So once again, we can do a shell with a sweep profile because you should know the tools, how to use it. Okay, so one more profile, and here instead of creating selecting this plane, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you another set of options where you can have extra set of planes, construction planes or construction lines. I mean the vertex, all those things what you have other than the origin, you can create it individually. So there are options for offset plane, plane along a path, mid plane. So whatever you want extra than that you are supplied with, you can have. So I want a plane along a path. So you can have this, a custom thing. So this is a new tool knowledge for you, plain alignment path. Same thing I'm going to repeat. This time I will give the dimension. So it's 33, so 3.3 centimeter clearly. So let's make it 55 centimeter. So it's constrained because it has the definition as well as the dimension. Both, I mean the position reference as well as the dimension reference of both are there. But this is still treatable. Again, I'm just repeating this. So sweep concept is profile, path. Okay, so we can limit that. Sometimes it will be self-intersecting. Okay, body would interself itself. So we can try changing some values. Whatever error is coming, just read that and try to rectify that. Sometimes somehow this is coming single path. Body is self-intersecting itself. Okay, so never mind, we will change the profile then. If sometimes something is clashing, change the things. 2-point rectangle or a center rectangle we can have. Give the dimensions as 40, tab 40. Done. It's a very simple profile. We can try giving the okay. If you want to make some change, you can do that. Okay, some surface issues are there, so we'll come back to the sweep. Okay, so after the loft, we will come back with the sweep again. Yeah, somehow some settings I made creating an issue. So if you can undo clearly using the control is button, right? So I will explain that sweep once again. So let's, due to time constraint, I'm going for the next loft. Sweep, we will come back just a few minutes after. We'll come back to the sweep. So right now I'm going to explain a new tool knowledge. So here the loft. The loft is clearly, and another interesting thing, 200. Now I'm going to have another offset plane, 200 mm away. Then 100. Right. Now I want a profile which can connect these two. Circle to circle is too easy. That you can understand that's like a cut portion of a cone. So it's a very easy profile. So instead of a circle, I can keep it as a rectangle. Anyway, the concept remains same. 150. I want to have a connection profile. That's the meaning. So what I can do is I can directly use loft. Click here and click here. So I will have the connection between these two profiles. Directly, the software will create the joining for me. If you want to start from scratch again, click on this close, then select it. Many options are there. So you can change the point tangent. So the appearance change, many things will be coming here. So you can have multiple profiles. If you have multiple profiles, you can build on that, over that, and you can select that. So you will have a 3D geometry altogether connecting all those things. Right? Okay. So this is one thing. But one more thing we can do with the loft is that we can sketch on this. Yeah. I will delete this. These two things we have. Correct. So I will do the loft again. I got it. So this is the profile. So even if you flip the selection, sometimes wrong result will come. So make sure that wherever you want to join, Make sure that you are selecting the right choice. Okay, so now going to this sketch, I want a connecting profile with these two. A connecting profile. Now what I'm going to do is I'm changing the order of this loft and the sketch one after another because I have the choice wherever I can keep it. I can swap it. Loft after sketch or sketch after the loft. Okay. Now again you can go to the loft. There is one more option known as center line where you can select that. So you will get the profile aligning to that extra line. So this is another option. Either you can build one profile over another and you can do that. Or else you can do like this as well. Right? So this is one type of loft, not yet complete. We have another option known as gate rails. Okay. So after that, open to the queries. So this is one thing. Now loft also I had shared you one more file with you. That is inside the datasets. There is an image of a nozzle. So like a gardener, like a spray device we use to spray in our garden, spraying device, right? So here, what we are going to do is we can sketch the profile and how we can use the loft to complete this. Okay, by attaching the canvas clearly, right? Save as. So I'm just saving this to my desktop. For easy access, then again origin, insert, canvas, insert from my system, image that I have shared with you. We just place the image. Now we can start the sketching. Or clearly, if you are too focused on the profiles, first we can complete the profile and we can go for the sketching. Construct offset plane, go here. Create the bottom plane. Then create one more plane so that it will reach somewhat here. If you know the exact height, that is the good thing. Done. If it's too much of things are confusing you, just turn off the visibility. Then focus on what exactly you want. I want XY plane, so I can turn off all other things. Whatever I want, I will be changing. Now. So I'm just creating one circle here. Then another circle onto the top. Sorry. This. Let's keep it a little bit bigger. Sorry, it's not a bigger thing. We'll shrink it. We'll shrink again since it's not constrained. Now we can use create sketch, and we will generally I can join here. Even if it is not joining, no problem. So here it needs to be joined. So we can use the coincident. So that will be joined instantly. So many options are there helping you to join one thing to another. Either you can pull it over. Keep it nearby and try once again. And try other tangents. Yeah, let's try with this. If it is, yeah, got joined. Okay. So two profile and in middle one sketch is there. Now we are going to repeat the loft. So here I'm going to select the rails here. Okay. First we will do a normal loft. Okay, you will get like this. Now we can select the rails specifically. Okay, now you can change that to cut. Let me check the issue with the profile. Let me stop share and share 1 second. Shubham, do you have any questions?
So can you hear me?
So any questions, please type in the chat.
Just 1 second. I think
Am I audible?
Hearing us.
Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
Yes, taking a small pause.
Okay, great. So
I'll be back in just 2 minutes. Okay, so any doubts, please put in the chat. We will check that. Okay, it's 3:41. So we have few more things to go. So I can share my screen. So what I did was, 1 second I can show. Selected the two profiles, these two profiles. Then there is an option on as gate rail. Just select this intersecting path. Earlier the mistake I made was it was not intersecting. So once we intersect this and click on OK, you can have the profile like this. See, the handle profile will be coming like this. So this is actually the issue with the sketches. If two sketches are not intersecting properly, then the issue can come like this. That was a problem actually earlier occurred. So sometimes you have to do it once again or try changing the selection process. Yeah, let me check my audio also. I think some audio issues are also there. Hello, Shivam?
sir, can you hear me?
I don't know what happened. Yeah, I don't know why I cannot hear you. So let me check my audio settings. Give me just 1 minute. I think some clash is there. I'm checking my audio. So hope that we can continue a little bit more, another 5 minutes or something, as I'm facing some technical issue. Okay, so let me share the screen once again. Okay. Yeah. So questions you can put it. Yeah. So this I can once again I can show how I did this. So please put the questions. Can we use student education student version or free version to practice for regionals? Yes, surely you can use it. You can. I think Shreyans is from a college, so you may be having your reputed ID card. So same process that we had shared you can use it to get access to the product. That you can use it because education version is free only. With your proper verification, you can do that. So you can use it for the regional as well as the full event. You can use it because it's a licensed version. So just a quick recap of all the things I had done. Here, what I did was I just hide here. This profile, the issue comes when it is not properly syncing. Okay, so make sure that you can use the constant constraint to properly sync, because try 1 or 2 times in one go, maybe it will be creating a concern because the profile is a little bit complex. Now after that you will get the exact hand-like feature of that of the canvas. Right. Now one more thing, coming to the sweep. The sweep profile, because earlier I had some issue because the point and the other point is not intersecting. Yeah. So what have to be done is go to the sweep, go to the profile, and here. If in the case, if it is self-intersecting, because the error came because imagine that this profile is going to sweep along the path. So this will be multiple times intersecting on the flow. So that's why the error was continuous. So it's actually based on the profile. Either just edit the profile, then or change the pattern of the profile. You can get rid of that. Yeah. So what is the eligibility to get a free version if I'm done with my studies? Then there is a free version. Autodesk free version is also there. I mean the personal use. You can search on Autodesk personal license as well as startup license. I'll also put the link shortly. 2 options are there for you. If you are passed out, if you are a pass out, then you can use Autodesk personal license as well as Autodesk startup license. So personal license, you can expect the software, but your account may not have the exact thing, extra options that the education options are having. Some limitations will be there. Can we connect with the MESC and Autodesk team? Then we face issues while practicing for Indiaskills. Yeah, that's if the rule permits that. If extra session in the sense, doubt clarification surely can be done. We will share the mail ID. I think that will be fine. So we can have it. Yes, we can have extra sessions or extra doubt clarification while practicing. Surely we can do that. How many days practice is sufficient for candidates to excel in excel in IDT? So it requires because there is one course actually we have to complete in 90 minutes. So after once you complete that, you will get to know more about that. But unless you practice it, so let me say that around approximate 1 week will be a good sufficient time for you to start from the scratch. But if you are having a good knowledge of other package or some good understanding, 1 week, less than 1 week will do. I'm not telling that more time you need to grab the contents. I'm a graphic designer. So this the technical this eligibility. Please discuss with a team MSc teams as well. So I'm a graphic designer. Can we participate in industrial design technology? Okay, that I will check it and come back to you because detailed restrictions as well as the criteria is there. So let me come back to you. So I will share my mail ID in the chat. Further queries regarding the, because we will have one more session on the eligibility and the criteria for participating in the competition as a second workshop. So at that time, I hope everything will be cleared. Yeah. So that's mail ID. Thanks, Shubham, for putting in the live chat. Okay, so a few more things. So the issue, sweep and lob, even though that is easy, sometimes the point to point will not be properly connecting. So at that time, issue may comes. So this, try it few more times, you will get it that this point may not be intersecting. So at that time, you keep on getting the results are wrong. That's the only thing. But don't worry, try it once again. Zoom it and select it. Okay, so that's about the lob. How does industrial design differ for materials and plastic? Yeah, materials and plastic. I mean, adding the physical material, we will come to that. So next is we are going to give a one small activity to you. I will also show how you can do it. So there I will explain physical material and extra material, how you can change the appearance, how you can add the physical properties, everything. So up to now we had reached to the extrude, revolve, loft and sweep, and jumping over few of the construction option and modify option. So now you have one task to work on a problem statement. Problem statement is very simple. There is an activity folder. Inside that there is the problem statement. Okay. So this is the problem statement. Design a custom space helmet for your future space travel. This is not a competition actually. This is for your practice only. So what you have to do is clearly mentioned here. Use reference canvas, use 3D modeling tools, imagination, creativity. But I will also show you how you can start with. You can make anything, but please try to use whatever things that you had learned today. Okay, so the material, everything I will explain to you right now because there is also criteria that you have to add the physical and appropriate appearances. As this is related to the industry, material choice is the important thing. So I will show you how to make it. Right. So right now we are going to design a space helmet for a future space travel using the existing tools. Right. So let me start with a new file. Canvas, insert from my system. So here I have to upload the space travel image because I had given you some images as well. Side view and front view. That two images I had pasted. So once a smaller body is created, I will show you how to add the physical materials. Okay, this is the problem statement. And data sets, there are two images, space, helmet, front view, and the side view. So just save this, copy this, I will copy both so I can access. Two more images. Then I can paste it here using the insert canvas option. Insert from my system, space helmet, front view. You can check the dimensions as well. So two views I am going to place. You can check with the front view whether it is properly syncing. So, or else you can take your own image. I'm not telling you that you have to take your own image, but this is just a practice activity. In between, if you want to edit anything that you think that it's not in the proper manner, what you can do is go to the sketch, I mean the canvas, right click, edit canvas, and reposition it. You can reposition it correctly. Okay, this is not up to the scale, by the way. So you have to give an approximate dimension of a human body. But this is the option. Right click, edit canvas. You can scale it up. Then you can pull it down. Make sure that it is coming in the right manner, because extra image needs to be cropped. Right. These are actually two images, but we need some reference for the side and the front. So this is an activity. So I will just show, initiate, then rest of the things I'm leaving up to you. So the thing is, first we can start with a sphere, because either we can revolve and create a half circle, and we can revolve it and create a sphere, I mean a ball, or primitives are also there, sphere. So you can click on here, any plane you want. So you'll get the sphere. You can control the dimension. So wherever you want, you can control it. So this is for that the front view. I mean the front view, there is a globe like thing, no? So this is the replacement for that. Then after that, we can use the move tool to reposition. Make sure the side view is also looking good, but any change you can do that. I'm not doing the full design. I'm just showcasing you how you can start with. You click. Okay, it's not that much detailed design we are asking you. Something based on the existing thoughts and imagination. Right. So we have up to this. Now the next thing is, I will tell you how to cut the body, how to split the existing body to make the helmet that divisions, because there is a visor is there, no? So how we can have the separate division for the visor from the sphere. Okay, that I will show, and after that I will explain how to add the sphere. So here, so spline is there. So gently create that sketch. Okay, just a curve. And we can make one more curve. Finish sketch. Right. Now there is an option known as split body. Split body. It will simply split the body using the curves that we had selected or that we had drawn. There is an option extend split into. Click on OK. So it will be divided as a separate segment. See, based on your drawing only, that division will be coming. Now the next thing is that we have to create some thickness like thing so that it will act as a visor. Anyway, right now we got that this is one single body. How I did is I just drawn a curve, two curves to make it a cut. One cut and second cut. Right? Then the scale, I'm just reducing the scale. So you will have this effect. See, you will get this thickness. Further, if you want to reposition, but it's actually boring to see that everything is generic shape, right? So we have to give some appearance there. Now I can turn off everything. Still, it's not complete. So now the body is actually split. So the sphere got split into multiple. So if I don't want to keep this, and one more tip to use that if you click on any part, automatically the highlight will be coming, as well as here also the timeline, the highlight will be coming. So if you click on here, it is actually the body 3. Whether I want to rename also, if I want to rename, I can go down. See, so that will be just hidden. We had just hidden that. Now this thing, correct? But the shape again we can modify, subject to modification. But our concern is how to add the physical material. That was a clear question. So type S and type physical material. So you'll get a dialog box. We are nearing the end. We have 2 more minutes. Here, once you select here, and you can have a choice of materials from the library. If I select plastic, if I want to have the plastic, drag and drop. Just drag and drop so that the physical properties along with the material will be added. Whatever you want, either you can customize also. Right now I'm just showing you what we can do. So just drag and drop, everything can be added in one go. Okay. So this is the how you can change the physical material, modify physical material, or type S and physical material. Both will work. Just drag and drop. Now the question is where I had added the physical properties. So this is the visor part. So I can rename it as visor. Then this is the body part. So I just type S. Correct. Now if I right click and go for the properties, here goes the properties. Here I can see the properties of ABS plastic. For information, if we are not changing the properties, it will be coming as the steel property. But here the properties are changed because we changed that to the ABS plastic. Hope that is clear. So any material, if you have n number of bodies, just drag and drop. That's the method. Okay, hope that is clear. And again, one more thing I like to show you is creating the appearance. So similar thing, one more thing is their appearance. As the movie title goes, for your eyes only. It won't add the physical properties. It will just simply show you the outside appearance. For example, if I want to even select a textured outcome, plastic textured outcome, many things I can download. Just upload here. So it's a textured outcome. See, it's actually like an image, not a property. So it won't add the property. So it's just for color only. But you can do like this. So 2 types of thing you can do. One is direct physical material you can drag and drop here. But tomorrow I can show how you can create your own material. Because right now, as I have shown only the things which are already existing. So before ending, I like to show one more thing, that the logo part, if you want to have some logos or any branding thing, how you can do that as well. Means this is not complete. I'm not telling that this is complete, because the later part you have to sketch it. You have to sketch and you have to extrude this. You can keep 2 circles. For this time being, I will keep 1 circle here. Because that you have to take from the image and make it 3D. That's the intention. So the helmet portion may be confusing. That's why I had shown you. This was also actually a challenge earlier launched by Airbus to design a futuristic helmet with fusion. So similarly, you can add as a separate body like this. You can add the fillets. You can add change the physical material. So as much modification you want, you can add it. So that's the activity for you. So if you want to have some extra design, take from the image or just hand draw it and you can show it to us. So just to check your progress. And what you can do is just do it and save it, your respective project. Then you can invite me to your project. In the people tab, just type my official mail ID here or Shubham's mail ID. Then I will get the invite from you, so I can check your teams and I can see that what you have done. I can also show a few good designs in the tomorrow session. So anyway, the question I hope I had answered that how does industrial design different from different materials and metals? Because plastic, wood, or anything that you want, you can control the properties so that the exact thing it will be coming to your digital environment. The same thing goes to the render, because tomorrow we will learn the render. So rendering how the texture, minute ups and downs will affect the rendering. that is also a good thing to understand. But this is option for you: physical material and physical materials. Sorry, appearance. Any more questions? So the participation criteria, extra that thing, we will give you one more extra workshop on that. And regarding the Fusion, you can search for Fusion 360 personal license. Under the tagline, you will get the personal license steps also. Let me check it if I can give you that right away. I got the link, so I can share the page as well. Yeah, so see here, for personal hobby use. This is for the non-students passouts. For personal use, hobby use. Get started. There are some extra steps here. You have to fill this form. That's it. So I will put this link also in the chat. This is for the answer. So someone who had asked that, I think Shreyansh had asked that how he can get access to the personal version of Fusion. But please don't expect the full version of full education version, because education version have more capability. But still, you can design and you can participate with the personal license as well. Please check that. Already I took 4 minutes extra. Sorry for that. I had some technical difficulties as well. I don't know the audio. I'm not hearing MESC team as well as my colleagues. Okay, so I can wind up here. So any more questions or queries, I can stay a few more times, few more minutes I can stay, or else we can wind up. Shubham, Pooja ma'am.
Hello.
Shubham, can you please put in the chat? Okay, no questions so far. Pooja ma'am, shall we wind or?
Yes, sir.
Extremely sorry that some technical issues, I cannot hear you. Ma'am, can you please put in the chat?
Yes, sir.
And one more thing I can show you, I will share you one learning course also. Because someone asked that how much days of experience are required for Fusion 360 to participate in the competition. So there's a direct course link for winding up that I can show, then we can. That's a direct link for a course in the chat. Shubham, that you please put in the YouTube before winding up. Okay, so all right then. Hope the session was useful for you, as well as the activity. I mean, that designing a space helmet. Try as much as you can with your tool knowledge, and either you can invite me directly. You can invite me, or directly you can share as the public link. My mail ID is there. You can contact through mail as well.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Over to you.
Yes. So thank you so much, sir, for this wonderful workshop. And I'm not sure if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I think some technical issue, but the best part was that this could not stop the show. Your workshop was really wonderful. It's really amazing work, sir. It's like hats off to Autodesk team.
Thank you.
So thank you everybody for watching. And yes, the day 2 of this workshop is happening tomorrow. You all can be a part of it. So join back tomorrow 2 p.m. on the same channel. And yes, we can meet tomorrow again. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Take care, everybody. And bye-bye.
Thank you.